Hi, and welcome to a tutorial to help you with your assignment to find and evaluate a book. My name is Meryl Geffner. I am the librarian working with your class this quarter. For this particular assignment, it would be best completed by someone who could actually go to the EDCC library and look at the book. If there's no one in your group who can get to the library, please talk to your instructor. But to get started, to find a book, go to the Book, eBooks, and Films tab on your resource guide, and you'll see here is a widget for searching our library catalog. I am going to use the example of searching on the artist Fernando Botero, and a simple basic search on his name. You'll see that's set for keyword. That's usually the most effective way to search. There are other ways to search. You can experiment with those, but it's always good to start with a keyword search. And if you click on search, and it will take you to our catalog, which shows 2 books. You can see by this icon that are responded to the keyword search on Botero. And as you can see, the first one, Fernando Botero, that is the artist that I am looking for. If I look at the second one, I could see it responded to my keyword search on Botero, but it's not the same Botero, it is someone else. So that one is not particularly useful. But the first one does look like it's about my author, so my artist. So let's go ahead and open that record. And here's the record. This is all of your bibliographic information that you'll need to create your citation. The title of the book, the author, publication information. Down here, the holdings information. This is important to you because it will tell you where the book is located in our library. It's in our circulating collection. That means you can check it out. And here is the call number, and that's how the books in our library are organized. So you'd want to look for the ND section of the library, which is the art section, and then use this number to locate the book. Think of the call number as basically the address. It tells you where the book lives on the shelf. So this is a book, it looks like, since Botero is the author, it looks like it's an autobiography. So this certainly would be something that would be interesting to look at. Now it's possible that he is talked about and his work is shown in other books in our library that just did not respond to the particular keyword search, because the word Botero might not show up in this record. Because when you do a search in the catalog, that initial search, it's going to be searching for whatever words you put in throughout this record. So I'm going to try another search. I'm going to go back to my search screen, and I'm going to click on Advanced, and I'm going to broaden out my search. Instead of searching just on his name, since he is an artist from Colombia, I am going to put in art, and I'm going to put in Latin America. I'm going to be very broad. And again, this is something, depending upon your artist, you'll decide. If you have an artist, some artists we have a lot of books on, like Picasso, you should get a long list and you won't have to do an extra search. Some of the artists that some of you might be researching, not so obvious, as with Botero. So if you find only one book on your artist, think of ways to broaden out your search. Combine the word art with their country or a movement, or in this case I'm going to go with a whole continent. So let's do search. And you can see here this first one, Art in Latin America, the Modern Era. That looks promising, and I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And my guess is this book likely has something about Botero in it. These are the years that he painted. So I would need to go look at it, look at the index, look at the table of contents, and see if he's listed in here. But that just gives you an idea of other ways to search if you come up a little short in terms of the books that are available on your particular artist. So once you've tried some searches and you found a couple of books, pick one. Please go to the shelf and pull it out, and then the next step of this assignment is to evaluate the book that you find. Looking at any source, is with a critical eye, is an essential part of doing any kind of research, whether that research is for your academic work or for personal reasons. With so much information available, you want to make sure that you end up with information that is accurate, that's reliable, and is useful. So even when you're looking at books in our library, they are all credible, but you want to make sure it has the amount and the type of information that you need. So you still need to do some critiquing of it. Some very smart librarians came up with a tool for evaluating books to help students go through that process, and that is called the CRAP test. CRAP, you can see here, it uses the first letter It's an easy acronym to remember, and each letter represents a different criteria that you want to look at when evaluating a source. So C in CRAP stands for currency, and that would be the date, the timeliness of the information. When was it published? R is for relevancy, the importance of the information for your needs. Does it give you the kind of information that you're looking for? If you're looking for some biographical information on Botero, and I find a book that only has some of his pictures and no biographical information, then it's not useful to me. It's not relevant. Authority, who wrote the book, who is behind the book, who published it, who is the sponsor. In your case, you might find a book that's published by a museum. That's a credible source. You want to know who is behind the book and what are their credentials or their expertise in putting this book together or writing it. Accuracy, does the information look reliable? Does it look correct and truthful? And purpose, why does the information exist? And with websites, this is probably most important since there are so many different, so many reasons that people put up websites. With books, it's a little more obvious in terms of, particularly the books we have, they will be for educational purposes. So in this evaluation part of the assignment, you're going to be writing a paragraph which explains why you picked, what it is about that book why you picked that book. Why do you think that is something that is will be useful and credible and reliable for your research? And you'll use the CRAP test, selecting at least 3 of these elements to explain and back up your conclusions about the usefulness of the book that you selected. Okay, so the final part of this activity will be provided by Melissa, your instructor. So good luck with your research. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Here's my information, and I will be seeing you soon.